Is there trouble? Your mama, she was saying things. She would sit right beside him, just whispering.
She didn't believe in God. What does it matter whether you believe? I saw something.
She wasn't crazy.
Not out there. He's already here.
Welcome to Fanboy and a Snob. I'm Chad. And that's Chris. And today we have Ken and Ashley from Sledgehammer Horror, right?
Where would they be?
They're this way.
All right, over there.
Yeah. It is called Sledgehammer, right?
Sledgehammer.
Wow, why would I
Yes.
say Sledgehammer?
Now you guys know our show. Right there. That was the moment. You get the show. It's Chad like trying to run things poorly because his brain's broken.
I think you should change it to Sledgehammer.
No, I mean Sledgehammer's pretty good.
Well, it all made sense because my last name is Sledge.
Hey, that works.
All right.
See, my last name's Snob.
But yes, we're having Ken and Ashley on because they wanted us to watch
Do you remember?
Dark and the Wicked.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I remembered.
Good
The
job.
whole time we were trying to Google it. Like,
Yeah, we kept trying to Google it.
We're
We
like-
didn't want to look it up. We're like, what was it? Something in the wicked, something in the dark.
yeah, why did you guys want us to watch this movie?
We both adore this movie.
Yeah.
I think that this movie is the perfect example of how to be genuinely scary without being corny with jump scares. This movie just plays off anxiety. There's a lot of long, drawn out moments where you're waiting for something to happen and you're like, just fucking do it.
It like lingers, like the tension, like you don't get that, relief from a jump scare. You just have like this tension that you feel the entire time. And just like it's eerie, so eerie.
Okay, so what is one scene in particular that would encapsulate the emotions and feelings you guys just expressed?
For me, it would be Michael staring out the window at his mother and then her singing behind him was a moment that genuinely freaked me out. There's little things in this movie too that people don't even pick up on the first time they watch it. Like the demon is right in plain sight
In
the opening of the movie.
with all the sheep. Is
When,
it their
yeah,
sheep, right?
when the sheep,
Yeah.
when the mom walks out to the barn and all the sheep are running, the demon is sitting right in the middle of them.
Mhm.
And people don't even pick up on that the first time they watch it. Then you watch it again, you're like, there's a fucking demon sitting right there.
Mhm. I picked up on it the first
Yeah,
time
I
I watched
picked
it.
up on it.
Yeah, I totally did too.
Loved it.
You pointed it out.
Yeah, I pointed it out too. I went, look,
Like good-
no.
Little things like that I think are great. Like they don't force you to pay attention to it. I also think a really, really powerful. What's your favorite scene in this though?
The shower scene, I thought that one was pretty damn scary. Like
With
that
the
was
dad?
with the dad,
Yeah.
And then also with the priest, when you like find out that he really was never there and like he's on the phone with her.
That's a good
And
one.
yeah, that like made the hairs on my arms stand up. So
Well, I like his dialogue when he's talking about, do you think a wolf cares if you believe that he's a wolf or not? That was another, dialogue that I thought was really, really well written. And Xander Berkeley is great. Candyman, The Walking Dead. I've been a big fan of him and other things he's done. So seeing that he was attached to this was really cool too.
yeah.
Actually, I haven't seen the new Candyman. Did you like it?
I like it as a film. I think it's beautifully shot, but I think it's not a very good horror movie.
No.
I mean, like
It
as a film,
definitely wasn't what we expected, I
No.
don't think.
Do you think it's
No.
more like style over substance?
yeah. I mean, it's cool because like a lot of people think that it's a remake of Candyman, and it's not. It's a sequel.
Mhm.
that's
It is a
interesting.
continuation of the original.
As it should be.
But it didn't have like in the original. You had the moments with Tony Todd, like in the
It
parking
didn't have
garage.
Tony Todd in it.
You haven't seen it.
I mean, it did, but it didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Like you don't have the moment of Tony Todd in the parking garage, like Helen, or like the scary, scary, heart wrenching moments. You don't get any of that in the new Candyman. It's all just like I said, it's beautifully shot, great story, but it's not a very good horror movie.
It's written for a modern audience.
Yep.
If you will, like very tame horror scenes.
The deaths are cool looking.
There's some good deaths,
but they're just not. It's not. I can't explain it. It's not scary. Like it looks good. Everything's great. It's fun. It's entertaining. I liked it. But I wanted to be
fresh off the
scared.
press, they just pulled a lever and this came out. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the movie.
Yep.
For sure.
What was your favorite scene?
I actually, towards the end, the scene I probably did like the most was when the brother went home.
Kills himself?
Yeah.
Suicide scene. Fuck yeah.
The brother goes home and he walks into seeing his daughters and
the wife killed the daughters, and
Yeah.
he's like, Jesus Christ. And he keeps putting his thumb on the blade, and I'm like, stop doing that. That's not how you handle a knife. And then he kills himself. All right, my main critique is like, if you're gonna slit your throat, fucking slit your throat. You really gotta get in there, because if you do a superficial cut, you're gonna just be laying there for a couple hours bleeding out. So I was like, just hold the knife and fucking just slam your throat on,
That is one of the critiques I will give about this movie, especially when they had the weird kind of dreamy sequence of the sister, like just when what was her uncle or the old guy when he shot himself.
Shot himself, yeah. The knife cuts were
The
very
knife cuts were very
weak.
You could tell there was CGI.
Yeah.
We're very big on practical effects.
We love squid.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the big part of that, like with this movie especially, I think this movie had like an $18,000 budget. So I mean, like when you have that small of a budget, and
I understand you got to do some CGI, but if you're gonna have fucking CGI, if your big scene is a chick slicing herself with a knife, like that's where $5,000 in your budget goes. You know what I mean? Like, that's just because like Primer was like $10,000, and that was fucking ridiculous.
Even to go back to the original Terrifier,
that was cheap as fuck,
but
and
the gore and everything was done very
fantastic.
Well. Yeah,
because it was a lot of squids. Anyway, what I'm saying, Hollywood, go back to practical, please. Go back to practical effects.
Oh yeah.
It's
For
so
sure.
much better.
because the only thing I will give that scene is it is supposedly
It was alarming.
hallucinations. It's all just like him.
Well, no, it was the demon. So like the demon's whole thing was he wanted this guy's soul, and he was going to torment everyone around him, right? So the uncle or the grandfather or whatever he was, I don't know. I guess because he tried to help, the demon's like, oh, I'm going to get you.
See, I feel like the demon was just trying to take away anybody that
would be able to help
him.
Yeah.
So he just had sadness that he'd be able to die.
Right. Because it's the opposite of an angel. An angel would like be bringing people to you. This guy's taking people away.
But some of the scenes in this movie,
The soundtrack is pissing me off.
the soundtrack was all over the place.
Sometimes it was good, and then sometimes I was like, "Isn't that the Chucky theme song?"
Oh, you did
And
that wee type thing.
Yeah.
Where it was like that doesn't fit this.
Did you guys
movie.
see Vast is the Night?
No.
Okay, Vast is the Night is it's an alien abduction film, and it's pretty good. But the soundtrack in Vast is the Night and this movie are eerily similar. But I'll give it to the guy who wrote the music in Vast is the Night over this guy. Because it is like a lot of borrowed, like, hey, you recognize that? Like, you see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to do Jason, you know what I mean? But like, I guess their equipment was more expensive, I guess you could say.
Well, some of the music in the scenes doesn't make sense because it should have been more of a somber tone to some of the scenes, but it did the whole trying
The
to
Hans Zimmer.
trying to get the whole like suspenseful generic thing going on.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
The score of this film, I think, is more, I don't want to say eerie, but I just think that because they had an absence of jump scares throughout the film, I think that they were going for a more suspenseful.
Amplified it to make it. Yeah.
They tried with the jump scares. See, the problem with him is since I've started doing this channel, I can't enjoy movies anymore.
Yeah, I know. I turned Chad into a snob. My thing with jump scares is right before the jump scare happens, I go, boom. Right? And I just take the tension.
No, but the whole time, like me, you were like, she's gonna be behind him and whisper something.
And
the problem is, like, I really wish we watched Smile. Because like You wanted to watch Smile too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I think Smile would have been a lot better of a movie for Chris.
For Chris,
Because the
'cause-
jump scares in that. Because if you're gonna look at the jump scares in this, with the camera pans down and it's
Well, the camera never pans. The camera's always static.
well, the way the camera sets when the cuts go, you know there's something gonna come behind them.
Yeah.
You know there's gonna be the thing like popping out here and there. In Smile, they did it very creatively, where it wasn't always like
Well, I heard Smile is just like dumb fun.
yeah.
Which is this.
Which if you guys want to do Smile,
I'll watch Smile. Yeah, I'll watch Smile
Yeah.
with you guys.
I'm in.
No. I want a horror movie if we're gonna do it, and I want to pick one that'll depress the shit out of people because that's my favorite thing to do. Dare Enter Dog. That's a real horror movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
What was it?
It's Der Untergang. It's the
Dare
final,
Untergang.
the final days of
Hitler in the
Hitler.
bunker.
the
And,
bunker.
Oh,
It shows his like rise of like
Not even his rise, it's his fall.
his fall into insanity and all that.
And just the people around him like, oh fuck, what do
Why
we
are
do?
we doing this?
Kill ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
do we get to watch him die?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Kind of. Because no one was in the room when he killed himself, so you see it from the point of view of the guy who was outside the door guarding the door. You know?
There's a new movie coming out called My Neighbor Hitler.
Wasn't that a skit on Boondocks or something?
I don't remember, but it's a movie about this.
No. It was Family Guy. My neighbor, the cruise chaps, and they come over and it's like, "How was your report card? Fair and even." And then they just dance to Russian techno because they're communists.
So this movie is about this guy who his neighbor. He's like, he was in prison camps and everything. He's like, I recognize his eyes because at this point, his neighbor, who he thinks is Hitler, has a
Anyway,
beard and
back to the
everything.
movie.
This is our. I'm sorry, we ramble,
Yeah.
but
All right. So we did favorite scene. We did soundtrack. What did you guys think of the plot?
I think this movie affected me a little bit more because I watched it soon after the death of my mother.
Mhm.
Jesus.
So
All right. Fuck.
there was a
Throw that curveball.
yeah, I
in.
know. There was a a personal connection there, and my mom died cutting carrots, which made it a little more personal.
She cut her own fingers off.
Yeah, she cut her fingers off
All right. For a
cutting
second
carrots
there, I was
bled
like,
out.
no
and
way.
bled out.
His mom really did die, but not.
Yeah, my mom really did die. but not cutting carrots.
No, she's dead for real, but
Yeah, she's really
dead.
dead. I mean, she's dead. She's so dead. We burned her and put her in a necklace. Like we
Yeah.
made sure she wasn't coming back and
That's
floating
pretty-
outside my
that's
fucking
actually pretty
window.
cool,
Yeah,
isn't
we
it?
were having on it.
Well, now
Yeah,
she's
I'm not
dead.
having no
No
fucking dumb
vampire
dead mom
there,
floating
you know?
outside my window. But
Okay.
I do
Yeah,
like
it's-
I do like the hand cutting scene though, because at first me and Chris were like, she's gonna cut her fingers off, and then she just did the whole.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What I like about that scene is it wasn't like a, oh no, it was
She went fucking
very
ham,
deliberate.
like, yeah.
She knew what she was doing. And Julie Oliver Touchstone, who plays the mother, you can see her floating back there, is one of the sweetest, kindest ladies in the entire world.
Mhm.
And she was actually telling us about when they were doing the scene of her floating outside the window. That's all practical. She was actually
It looked
standing.
practical. It looked good.
Yeah, she was standing on the very edge of like 5 milk crates
milk.
stacked on top of each other.
She was doing the milk crate challenge.
Yeah. And they had just a fan blowing, and like that whole scene was shot completely practical. So like there's a lot of that I thought was really cool. Cause I'm with you guys. Like I would rather see a shitty practical effect aged in 10 years than a shitty CGI effect
Yeah, but
aged in
even-
10 years.
You go.
We just watched the 1995 Power Rangers movie, and it's,
Yeah.
like, it's half practical, half CGI. But that fucking puppet fight with the giant Triceratops was fucking amazing.
Yeah, all the practical in that movie was great. Then they got to
The CGI. So like with this movie, when I'm watching like you said, the practical shit, I'm like, hell yeah, these are some
Mhm.
goddamn scenes.
and even like saying like her standing on the milk crate could be a bad practical. It's not. It's just like
That's how you do.
filmmakers are so just in the habit of being like, just leave it up to the
DP,
Yeah.
CP.
Yeah.
development team and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I meant.
Mhm.
Fix it on the cutting room floor, gentlemen.
Right.
Yeah,
can figure
basically,
it out.
yeah. Scissors.
But even like the original Evil Dead, when they had the sister in the window, like going blah blah blah. That was just them. They had a brace around, like a thing around her, and they were just lifting her up like this.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Tom Cruise broke his ankle jumping from building to building. You can't get more practical than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, here's buildings, jump it, and fucking hurts himself.
Now, I will say the thing I probably disliked about this movie the most is the lighting.
Yeah, well, I couldn't see shit, dude.
I think it was like they wanted it to be eerie. You know?
They wanted it to be-
that.
Stylistic choice.
Yeah.
To a point when you, like, something's happened to the character and you're looking at it and you're like,
Well, it was like like the brother, his face was always in shadow, and I was like, all right, his main defining feature is a beard, and then they bring in another character with a beard, and I was like, all right, fuck, hold on.
I mean, if they were gonna do something with the lighting where maybe the brother always had a darker shadow and the sister had a lighter shadow, and they tried to do
Well,
stuff
what
like
they tried
that.
to do was artificial natural lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's fine. We love natural lighting. However, the
Mhm.
point is like sometimes you need to do like natural lighting, you know, where it's like lit naturally,
Or
but you
find
give it
somebody
some
who
help.
knows how to do natural lighting, like Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino, Hateful Eight. It's shot in a dark cabin, a well lit dark cabin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I totally understand that you need to have like the scenes with the dark to try to build the atmosphere, to build the
Like,
emotion going.
But like
and
if a
stuff.
character, like you know the scene, everyone knows the scene where the character is well lit and then they turn to the darkness and then their
Yeah.
face is completely in shadow. They can't start in shadow and then turn into shadow. It doesn't fucking
Yeah, it's no transition.
yeah, it
There's
doesn't
nothing
work. You don't get the emotion, the momentum, you don't understand it.
I think they had a lot of good ideas in this movie.
I'm telling you, the script for this movie is probably fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because it
But-
is a really good idea, like a
but-
fucking devilish fucking at war for this man's soul, and the family's trying to fight it, and like even the priest can't help them. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, but my question is, what the fuck was up with the priest? He's like, I've never been to Texas. Like,
I thought
It was the
wild.
devil.
It was the demon.
The demon
Yeah, it was
was
the demon.
trying to trick
Everyone
them.
that came to the door was the
so
demon.
when he made
Yeah.
the phone call, was she
That was-
talking to the demon?
Well, yeah, because remember his daughter had the same name, and his daughter had killed herself.
Yeah.
So that's why when she called him and said that was her name, he was like, "Is this a joke? This isn't funny."
Right.
You
So
know.
did the demon pick a random priest?
Well, he picked a priest who had a dead daughter that was the same. You know,
Yeah. And it does.
So that way it could.
Well, wasn't she going
I
to
don't
the
know.
church when he got possessed
Yeah.
and she was like getting the little crosses?
I don't know how common knowledge this is, but another chapter of this film will be coming out soon.
Mhm.
And you're going to get more story on how
Like how he got possessed?
the demon came to be.
Okay.
see, I don't like that.
See, that's a trope a lot of movies do now, where they're
Because now
like,
we got Pazuzu. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I would rather it just be like the demon failed with possessing this man.
so
So
he took the daughter.
no, now he's on a whole new family, but it's the same demon because he's using
Yeah, but the way the movie ended,
He
I
took
prefer
the whole
sequels to prequels. That's just my preference.
well, the problem with movies nowadays is they feel like the audience is retarded and they just need to fucking phone in, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like that might be what they're doing with this. We're gonna get like, I don't know.
Here's why the phone rang.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? That
Stuff
kind of
like
stuff.
that.
Here's why
Where-
here's why he used the wolf metaphor. And it's like, well, maybe he just used a wolf metaphor because wolves are hunters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I did like the
Yeah,
movie.
I do like the initial priest visit because you genuinely feel like he's trying to help them at that moment when really he's
yes.
trying. Yeah, he's
But then
trying
he-
to drive them further apart. You
when
know.
he shows
But
up
then
later,
there
and
are-
he's like, come outside. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever seen Let the Right One In. It's like,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
no, this is a reverse vampire. You stay the fuck outside. You know, I'm not coming outside. Fuck you. You know.
Right.
And then they do that again, where the lady, main character lady, is telling Little Red Riding
Yeah, I was
Hood,
just about to say.
right? The little girl's wearing red.
I do like the
they
bait and
just-
switch they do.
They
with that,
talked
too.
about wolves. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we're doing a Little Red Riding Hood. And she's like, come in my house, come in my house. But then it turns out that the little girl's the demon. I thought the blonde girl was possessed at that point. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, because they had that weird
See,
scene.
I would have.
Did she get raped by her dad?
Yeah, when That
Was that a rape scene? Where she,
I don't think so.
she turned around to punch him, you know?
Yeah.
Was that a rape scene?
It was a very uncomfortable scene. I think they were just trying to build
Tension?
tension, and she was in the bed uncomfortable, and all of a sudden it started building up, and she was like,
Because they also said, because the whole daughter Louise thing, I thought they were gonna go for like a Rosemary's Baby, where the possessed dad was gonna impregnate the daughter and she was gonna give birth to Satan. That's where I thought this was going, not just a weird like watch these people commit suicide movie.
see, when they got to the Little Red Riding Hood thing, I thought it was just gonna do a total daughter's fuck now, so it's gonna switch over to this girl,
Chick after her
and she's
grandpa.
gonna have to survive this. I feel like that would have been a cool little twist.
Just kill the main characters and bring in a new character.
Yeah, like Barbarian.
Yeah, like Barbarian, basically. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you guys like Barbarian?
Yeah. It's filmed in our hometown.
No shit.
Detroit.
Yeah, not all Detroit looks like that.
Yeah, not all Detroit looks like Barbarian or
What?
RoboCop.
Are you telling me
No.
the movie's lied?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? What's the other one? It Follows.
I mean,
Every time we find out about a
makes it
movie-
look like Detroit is a big piece of garbage.
Yeah, especially like horror movies. Like you got RoboCop, you got Barbarian, It Follows, Don't Breathe, and you're like, yes, a horror movie in Detroit, and then you're like, wait a minute. Why does Detroit always
the
look like
bad
dog
side of
shit?
Detroit.
You need to watch any movie filmed in Rhode Island. It's always Newport.
Yeah, it's me, myself, and Irene. That's all right.
It's like,
That's
hey,
us.
this is our beach community. Don't
Hey.
mind Cranston.
Check out that lighthouse.
It's like, no, we don't have ghettos. We don't have dumb stuff.
or Family Guy. And then they show up and they're like, "Where's the Quahog?" And we're like, "Dude, it doesn't exist." Like, what
There
do
was
you-
one. Close
Really?
down.
We got what? We got me, myself. We got the Coen brothers and fucking Family Guy. That's our big claim to fame.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
You guys get cool movies. You get RoboCop.
For better or for worse.
Hey,
Yeah.
RoboCop was rad
Yeah.
when he uses.
I
the
still love RoboCop, man.
Dude, it's
The
a
scene
so
where the
good.
guy gets up in the fucking toxic waste and looks like a
Yup.
fish.
Yup,
That
yup,
shit
and
scared
he
me so bad as a kid.
owns- he
Yes,
explodes.
dude.
I'm talking more about the depiction of Detroit.
No, they're building a new city. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
I love that
Your
guy. with
move,
the
creep.
glasses and the
Right.
mustache. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's okay. It's like, it's
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this movie.
Yeah. So, what was your biggest takeaway from the movie?
I should start writing movies.
Not you. I'm talking
Oh,
about
sorry.
My biggest takeaway, like I said, at the time of watching it, it really freaked me out. It was just very unsettling. And like I said, around that time, I had lost my own mother. So you got this idea of the scene, like I said, the one that really got me is when he's looking out the window and then you hear her singing that lullaby behind him and he turns around and she's not there. Like that moment completely fucking freaked me out. I love the ending. I think the ending's great. I love their descent into madness, watching all the farm animals die. The preacher, like all like the what's the at-home nurse,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy that comes.
Can we talk about the at-home nurse? How now this is a movie where I will say I wish there was an extra 20 minutes to get a little more story and character development
On her?
On
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, no, I mean,
There's-
we got a pretty good reference. Actually,
She was like the angel, like
Yeah,
the pure.
pure.
She was pure,
wait, what did the girl do for a living? What did the brother do for a living?
And the brother had a wife, but it wasn't ever told until
yeah,
he
we-
got the phone call.
Well, he would call her,
yeah.
but it was too dark to see who
But
he
there
was
was-
calling.
But
so-
there was no conversation of like, I'm here and I'm missing my family type stuff. And I know you don't always need to put stuff like that in.
Also, as a doctor, if you're like, yeah, if we put him in an ambulance, he'll die, and then the people are like, all right, let's euthanize him, wouldn't you be like, all right, well, I'm gonna turn my back and just let you do what you have to do? Because it's like, if I can't, if my help kills him, I'll let you guys kill him and I'll just turn my back.
And there's so much suspension of disbelief with that, but there is no way that they couldn't just,
Just put him outside.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm sorry, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't want my kids having to do that.
No.
It is weird that the daughter was like, "This is what mom and dad wanted.
And no, the mom was like, "Fuck this, I'm
Get the
out.
fuck out of here."
I'm out. I'm tired of dealing with this. You guys are here now. I'm out."
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
Your turn.
I told you not to come.
Yeah.
This is your problem now.
Yeah.
But
They were
that's-
so like estranged, I think. Like I think that was their biggest like reason the demon was able to come in is because they like didn't have that
yeah,
close
they have
connection.
cohesion.
Like, you think it was more of a guilt thing, the daughter?
Yeah,
didn't
well,
want?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Demons feed
Yeah.
off that. What is it?
Mhm.
What
Well,
is
they
it?
didn't have, I'm not trying to get too like
Bile?
that guy, but they didn't have that love connection to fend off the demon.
Right.
They were already broken enough for him to come in and
They obviously never came and visited them. And now that dad's sick, we're gonna come and help you. But she doesn't want their help because she knows
it.
what's going on. Yeah.
The spider scene was pretty dope too.
The what?
The spider that goes into the dad's
Oh
mouth.
yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the first instance where you saw a spider and the daughter was trying to go at it, but the way they fucked up the CGI and her acting towards it?
Yeah, she was like
It was
2 inches to the right, and it looks like she's trying to grab the spider, but
like,
the spider's
I
over there.
really feel like they should have just made the spider go quick,
Like under the
boom,
covers,
under the blanket, and her be like, "What the
as
fuck?"
opposed to
Right.
try to grab the spider.
Mhm.
Like it would have been cheaper and it would have looked
I
better.
think this movie was very rushed.
No, I don't think it was rushed. I think the guy thought he could do more than he could.
with the budget and everything. Yeah.
I think he had a bigger vision,
And he had to get certain people to be like, make the CGI stuff.
Yeah, his eyes were too big for his belly.
But I think we also got to remember this movie was also right at the end of production and filming when COVID hit
Yeah.
and they started to shut shit down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what else came up at that?
That statement right there is why I think the brother left. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because you can't have two actors in the same room, so it's like, fuck,
Right.
we got rid of the brother. Oh, he just left randomly. You know? what I
Yeah.
mean? But his suicide scene is probably my favorite scene in the movie because it's it's the one time.
It is the most character development we get in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it shows him not being able to take it anymore. He's getting constantly
My
pressured by
focus
his
is
wife.
my daughters, my girls.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he sees his girl's dead and he's like, fuck, I can't
The
live.
I
only
have no
reason they have
reason to live.
Seeing all this darkness is gone.
Is
so-
them, so I'm gonna just kill myself.
But if he would have just taken an extra 30 seconds and thought about all the money he was saving on
Yes.
college tuition, school supplies, like this could have been a blessing in
Could you
disguise for
imagine
him.
if the movie just did a 180 where he walks in and he goes, yeah, oh
Right,
yeah, and he just like walks
right,
up, starts drinking beer.
Dingle. Going up to me.
But he's like, dude,
plenty of fish, here I come.
he calls up his buddy, dude, I didn't have to kill him. They did it themselves. And his
Right.
buddy goes up and he's
And
like,
then his
"What's
wife
up,
walks
dude?" And
in
they
with
just
his
start
daughter.
drinking beer.
Yeah, see, and then that's when he kills himself. When they
That's
come
when
back
they
and they're
come
like, "What's
back.
wrong?" And he's like, "Wait, you're not dead?"
Oh, I thought you guys were dead. The devil. And then he just kills
But he
himself.
does it the way that you said. And
Yeah.
just
Runs, yeah, just runs into a wall holding the knife.
One of the best scenes in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake
yeah.
when the dude just shoves the knife into his neck and deep cuts his own throat.
That right there was the deepest cut ever.
The
Dude,
best scene in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
The Raid. Have you guys seen The Raid?
The Raid.
The Raid. RAID.
No.
Okay, so it's a kung fu flick, right? But anyway, there's this fight where this guy.
It's called
like-
The Raid Redemption. For some reason, the sequel's called
Shut the
Raid
fuck up.
2.
Anyway, this guy gets like, you know how like what's the lighting called? With the tubes?
Oh,
Fluorescent.
Fluorescent. So this dude gets fluorescent lighting stabbed into his neck and then dragged all the way across, and he still puts up a fight. It's fucking rad.
I'm gonna tell you a very good throat slitting scene.
Oh,
Have
yeah?
you guys seen Knock in the Cabin, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Batista when he does that at the end?
Oh well, way to spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't give a shit.
I was actually planning on watching it.
No.
You should still watch it.
Yeah.
Listen, honestly though, like you said, I don't consider Knock at the Cabin necessarily a horror film. I
It's
would
really-
consider that more of a drama.
It really
I
is,
like
yeah.
dramas.
No, Knock.
Me too. Like I'm not being facetious and I'm not being funny. The Notebook is probably in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
It was
Dude.
in your top 10.
Pat's
Dude.
trying to get me to watch it.
Have you guys
The
seen
Notebook?
Have you guys seen Phantom of the Paradise?
Mm.
Yeah.
No shit,
Really?
The Witch
Dice-
is like my favorite movie.
That's
Dice Rolling, actually, another
our logo
creator.
is based on it.
Yeah, the dead bird. The dead bird logo is from the Phantom of the Paradise.
Yeah,
The dead bird.
Dice. They introduced us to Phantom of the Paradise, and that's
Who did?
where I had just watched Phantom of the Paradise maybe 8 months ago
Holy-
because they recommended it to me.
Who did?
Dice Rolling.
I don't know.
It's their favorite movie.
It's our
They're a
favorite
YouTube
movie.
they're a YouTube content creator.
All right, I
Are
guess.
they on the Instagram?
Later. What are you doing, you fucking loser?
What was I saying?
I don't know, but it's that time in the review where Chris takes a piss.
Oh my god.
Fuck you guys.
It's the bladder of an infant.
I'm a woman. Damn it, there's a lady here.
How do you do? So how you guys doing? You enjoying this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. We're having a good time.
Mhm.
I like it better when we have people that don't completely agree with us because it gives that you have that honesty of going back and forth on what you like, what you dislike.
Right.
If we all agreed on it, this shit
This
would be boring as hell.
Yeah.
Hmm. I do want you to watch The Wailing.
WAILING.
Like when you're screaming.
Yeah.
And we've already done a review on it. So if you want to do a kind of review on your channel and have us on it,
Yeah.
or we can do a rewatch if you want to have it on ours.
No, fuck that.
Chris doesn't like rewatches.
No, I want to bring you guys on our channel, but I want to do like my first horror movie with you guys for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know what my first horror movie was.
Well, you better get on that shit.
Dude, I don't like. I remember being scared of Fern Gully. Is that my first fucking horror movie?
I guess that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. Oh yeah, I'm scared of the rainforest.
The movie that scared me the most as a kid, man, was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Large Marge scared the fuck out of me.
Really?
I get that.
It was the scene where the bat comes through the log and he's like, "Ah," and his eyes are all like spirally. I was like, dude, nah. I used to hide behind a lazy boy. No, Saving Private Ryan made me run out of the room.
I am gonna cheat though if we do that because I'm gonna have the first horror movie I saw as a kid and the first horror movie that actually
Got you into horror?
got me into horror, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
the first horror movie I saw when I was a kid, we used to have HBO with the black box and everything. So
Oh, is it porno?
I watched Poltergeist,
Mm.
Poltergeist.
the second one. Remember when they had the portal and everything going through?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hate the way you describe things.
For some reason, they got it.
I know they got it, but come on, man. The portal and everything.
That's all you gotta say. For some reason, I'll save it for the show, but that was something. Then Scream.
Mhm.
First horror movie I actually watched where I knew it was a horror movie. My brother was like, "You can't watch it," but I watched it anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, man. That was awesome.
I love the show.
Dude, I love Team Us. Anyway, back to this movie. All right. The goat death scene. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, all the
Gnarly.
goats being killed was kind
Where
of
they were all dead?
You talking about when they
they're like
find the
all
whole
dead.
pile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
I think that's the demon taking over like everything that they have built or
yeah,
loved.
this is what that's one of the things that's probably keeping them going. That's where their money's coming
that's
from,
like their
and he's taking away their livelihood at this point.
Yeah, but at that point, you're like, Mom's dead, Dad's dying. We have no affiliation with the goats, so
It's
them
like-
dying doesn't really affect us. But it's more emotional death because like you're going. But how did the demon just all of a sudden be like?
But the only time you ever see them interacting with the goats is when they're opening or shutting a gate.
Yeah, and that was very.
Like you never see them shaving their horns down or like fucking checking their hooves and shit.
And there was a lot of scenes of showing antlers and horns.
Yeah,
to the
just in
point
case.
where it's like, oh, did you forget?
It's the devil. Check out these horns, you know?
They're everywhere. In the beginning of the movie, it's like, I'm going to show you these. I'm going to show you these. and maybe a little bit of this.
The fucking zoom in on that one cow skull. They hit it from fucking every goddamn angle.
Yeah, it was always like bam, bam. Like, I think too much of the film was ham-fisted, being like, "This is what we're trying to do."
Which I'm saying, like, I bet the script is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Because
like,
it is a good concept.
this is definitely a movie where I feel like less is more. Like some of the scenes,
soul is, brevity is the soul of wit.
yeah, some of the scenes would be like you need to leave a little bit to the imagination of the viewer. Where in this movie, I feel like they were trying to like shove it up your ass,
What
being
was,
like,
what was up with that scene where she wakes up with lipstick on her face and then it's in the bed with the dad?
yeah, like was she raped as a child, and then they had to see
Is that
her
what
in
they're
the
getting
bed?
at? Is that why that chick was cutting herself, saying you did this to me? Is it implied that
Or was the uncle?
is it implied that the guy who shot himself and the dad in the bed raped their children? Is that what they're implying? Because the chick who cut herself, the cuts on her face were pretty close to the lipstick.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And then the lipstick's found in the bed of the fucking unconscious dad. And then the guy who kills himself, the girl before he kills himself says, "You did this to me." You know, are they implying that there was some sort of like child molestation?
I feel like a lot of this movie is just like,
Here's an idea.
think for yourself.
Yeah, I think you could probably take it however
Yeah.
you.
Well, then what?
Leaving it-
The
leaving
movie's
it.
making me think about child molestation. God damn it! No.
No, that was just a very uncomfortable scene when she was in the bed with the lipstick and everything happening. And it's just like there's more to this plot that I wish we had 20 or 30 more minutes. It's
But
only an hour. It's only an hour and a half.
But they set themselves to a 7-part limit by doing a week.
Yeah, but they could have extended the days a little
What,
longer.
go back to
when
Monday?
Sunday happened, we were like, "This is a long day."
Sunday was long as fuck.
Yeah, that was the longest day
And
ever.
Thursday was a couple seconds. Sunday was fucking half an hour.
Like this.
No one likes Thursday, man. Thursday sucks.
Thirsty Thursday. That's when you get drunk. Come on.
My feeling is, I feel like the budget and maybe COVID restricted them on making
Oh yeah, COVID
a
fucked
great
everything
film.
up. I mean, it was 2020, so they probably started filming in 2017, and they got fucked over in 2018, 2019. 100%. And then I bet they were going for a theatrical release, but because of the pandemic, they were like, shit, we have to put it on streaming. And then because of that, I guarantee some producers pulled out. Because if I'm not getting the theatrical release bucks, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Movies like this upset me.
Why?
Because
Also-
in
Ask them a question.
concept, it's good. But in reality, it just falls apart during the film. And I apologize if we're just destroying a movie you like.
Yo,
No, like I said, it's fine with me. Like if we just came on and we were all like, "Yeah, this movie's so rad, it's so dope." It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Like
We're gonna be like, we'll get off this. Like, what the fuck? Those
yeah,
guys.
no, those guys are dicks.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
no, but actually, if you guys
They didn't like our movie.
didn't get off the show and go, fuck those guys, then I think you're
You
like,
didn't do your job then.
Yeah, then you didn't do your job.
Yeah.
monsters. You're not real. You.
But overall, like, what would be your pitch? Let's say you're gonna do an elevator pitch on why people should watch this movie.
So you only got a couple seconds.
You have like,
Is your mom dead? How recent?
That's your pitch?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
That's a really aggressive way to like.
Right. Is your mom dead?
They're just gonna run away at
Well,
this
see,
point.
now it's like-
they're
now
not
it's like
they're
a-
not listening
Now it's like a
anymore.
graph. Like, is your mom dead? If
Yeah, but-
no,
No, let him go.
if no, kill her. If yes,
Whoa,
how long?
Jesus Christ! So I'm
And then
trapped
go
in
from
an
there.
elevator? So I'm trapped in
Okay.
an elevator.
Well,
Exactly.
that's why everyone is running away from us.
Right.
at this point. Like,
what about you? What would your elevator pitch be for this?
I guess I would ask like,
Is your dad in a coma? If yes,
is your dad
Hold
dead?
on.
Because my dad's
yeah,
dead.
because yours is.
we're
Jesus
dead. We're dead.
Christ.
My dad said too.
Yeah.
Well, my parents sadly are alive.
Fucking
Must be
loser.
nice.
Sorry, my mom's not dead, bro.
Spoiled brat.
Wow, you got both parents.
Yeah, well, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go call him right now.
Right.
To be fair, the day my dad died, I went
Don't.
to bed and I felt somebody pulling my arm as
I
I
thought you
was
were gonna bring
sleeping,
up.
and I
I thought
woke.
you were gonna bring up way more depressing stories.
No,
All right,
it
that
was-
one's not bad.
I
That
think it
one's
was
cool.
more of a pull my arm. I woke up and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Cool.
Like, that was
Anyway, back
more
to the
of a-
movie.
He was trying to
Yeah.
he was trying to pull your finger if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
Dad.
And that's
He wanted one last dad joke.
Or maybe it was just like, "Get up and do something." Yeah,
You-
I've success.
Your kids are mine. So fuck,
What
the
would
fuck
your
were-
elevator?
Oh,
pitch
my
be?
elevator pitch would be hey, you guys believe in that devil? That'd be my elevator pitch.
I feel like people would run away from you too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'd be standing in front of the door with my arms like this, and I'd be like, no, you guys believe in the devil?
You guys believe in that devil? My mom probably does. She's hanging out with him right now.
Come with me, embrace. And then I try and hug him.
Can you
Oh
not
god.
bring that dart around. My elevator pitch would be: you guys want to watch a movie
Sorry.
that would make you really want to make a better movie?
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm sorry, but during this whole movie, me and Chris were like, "This would be so much better if."
I'm sorry, like I'm the worst person to watch horror with because I go and boop. You know, so I just take
I am a fucking massive horror fan.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Dude,
Us too.
the scariest movie you saw was Power Rangers 95.
It's pretty bad.
Dude, when Ivan Ooze took over all those parents. The ooze.
I mean, my parents hated that movie because I had to get all the Ivan Ooze shit and got it in the carpet.
Hell
my
yeah,
parents were like,
dude.
Fuck that Power Rangers movie.
No,
I
fuck you.
get it. Slime is stupid.
Yeah, my parents were like, Ken, that's enough. I was like, you will call me Tommy, the White Ranger,
Wait.
or I will kick you in the chest.
Hold on.
Thank you. Tommy's the best.
Fuck you. You're a girl. You don't know anything about Power Rangers. Power Rangers,
I don't.
it's for boys, okay? So let the
Oh,
boys talk.
She's about to go kill me right now.
Like,
I'm fucking out of here.
Let's talk about. All right, boys.
I had girl Power Rangers.
Yeah.
yeah, there was a pink Power Ranger and she'd probably kick everybody's ass.
And she was
Kimberly.
the
Yeah.
Best eye candy
I'm all about Trini,
from Srini.
the yellow Asian one.
She's the P Ranger.
You're about fucking girl that was in the owl girl.
Say that one more time.
The owl woman in the movie.
Oh, yeah, the fucking chick in the thong. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And Power Rangers 95, there's a chick.
Who?
An owl.
There's like a
Who?
redheaded Irish chick, and she wears.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
get
saying
it.
who
I
still was
get
an
it.
owl.
I get it.
Oh, now I get it. Sorry, you got me all boned up, and then I can't think.
You think God gave me two heads and not enough blood to work both, Ken. Give me time to catch up.
I'm gonna start using that when I'm at work.
You say the Bobby.
Dude, I'm gonna say it. Sorry, I'm all boned up.
No, but
Oh god.
Yeah,
I hope you don't
definitely.
work in a nursing home.
What? Is there anything else we can say about this movie?
I mean, I don't know. We liked it.
Yeah, I really, really love this movie.
I think-
really do. I think it's,
Yeah,
it's a
no,
great
I
slow
recommend
burn.
this movie.
What I took away from what you guys said was you want more you know, you want more of the what are they? The lambs, not lambs.
I want more substance.
I want
sheep.
more.
Oh yeah, the sheep. The more sheep care. You guys wanted to see more sheep.
Yeah,
care,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. You need to see more like cleaning of the hooves.
More
Yeah.
of that, yeah.
My
That
problem
would have made it
is-
better.
My problem is like with horror movies. This is gonna sound super mean, but like they're fucking paint by the goddamn number. Like you can call the scenes as they happen.
Yeah,
I just want a little zazz, you know?
a little zizz, a little
A
zazz.
little zizz. How about you zig when you should have zagged that one time?
Say when I'm trying to catch the
Yeah,
pop up.
exactly. When Chad is trying to catch a pop up, he zigged when he should have zagged. I don't know what he's referencing, but okay.
Show, bro.
Yes, the show, the movie we watched. It's okay, buddy.
MLB video game.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking
Yup, we
I
played.
hate you. All right. I don't know. Sadly, like as a horror fan, see this has the same impact on me as God, I can't remember his name.
I know you
I'm just-
can't.
I'm just
Describe
gonna-
it.
It's the movie when you had the. Did you guys see the movie when you had the little kid where the father is possessed with something, but he keeps going to school and he has to like
Oh, Antlers.
antlers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
This has the same impact on me with antlers. There's so much more cool things they could have done with this movie. I would definitely put antlers above this movie.
I enjoyed Antlers also.
Did you like antlers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of the
I didn't know
Wendigo.
Antlers was a horror movie.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but there was just like you ruined movies for me.
Sorry.
That's why we're fanboying the snob.
You guys ever seen Scaramouche?
Scaramouche is a great movie. I'm so happy you saw Phantom of Paradise.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, you're like the only other person we know that's seen it.
It's all dice rolling. Like I said, without dice rolling, I would have never even heard of it. When I did their first horror movie,
Dude,
they were like,
I'm
"This is my
talking.
favorite."
I'm talking with someone. I'm negotiating them down on price to get the fucking helmet with the black eye and the one. I'm trying.
Oh, really?
Winslow's. I'm trying to get his helmet, and I'm talking some guy down from $200. I'm trying to get him about 150.
$50.
No, $50 obviously is what it's fucking worth.
Dude,
Fuck you.
I'm gonna be buying a 3D printing machine soon, so
Yeah, but I'm not, dude. No,
that's how these are made.
you gotta put your kids in college, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
I need to fund the college, so I'm getting the 3D printing machine.
That's Banana Republic. Of
Scared
course.
money don't make money, man.
I make little Monopoly figurines for the plays.
You're gonna.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend this movie.
I'd recommend it. No, because if
We recommend it to everyone.
Yeah,
That's why everybody watches. Like, I literally, how many of these have we gone on and talked about this movie with people?
Yeah.
as
It's because,
much
like,
as I rip this movie apart, I recommend it. If you're a horror fan, this is a horror movie. This is,
Yeah.
you know,
Things I would fix.
you're the snob this time. Hey. Oops. Sorry.
Why do you have an alarm set for fucking?
That's to tell me when the snow starts. I'm not even joking. I set an alarm for the snow so I can drink a Red Bull. That way I'll be sober.
There's just a lot of things I would want to fix in this movie. Not saying I could, because I'm obviously not
Incompetent? You're incompetent.
I'm not incompetent. Thanks for.
You're
coming.
very incompetent.